Hi everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today we're going to look at 6 licks in the key of G from my 6 licks in 6 keys ebook, and I'll show you how to download that ebook here. There's a link, and when you click that link, it's going to take you to this page. Almost that page. It's going to take you to this page, and then you'll scroll down and grab the 6 Old-Timey Licks in 6 Keys ebook. And then we're also going to be analyzing those licks and understanding them by looking at a Fretboard Toolbox Essential Guitar Edition. So let's go to the key of G, since these first sets of licks are in G, and I'll show you how to get an Essential Guitar ebook in a little bit here. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the key of G is in white boxes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then the flat 3 and flat 7s are going to be the cool notes that are going to give these licks some neat sounds. And if you're not sure how to build chords like this and what's going on here, check out my video called Long, Boring Chord and Scale Building video. And it's kind of long and boring, but it's also kind of really helpful for understanding how this is all set up and understanding how music's all set up. And it even comes with a free worksheet, those of you that like worksheets. Okay, so what we have on the left here is the licks book, and we're going to have some special circles around the flat 3 and flat 7 notes. So the blue circles are going to be flat 3, reds are going to be flat 7. So as we're going through these licks here in the tab, I want you to follow along down here. And so this is what we have here is all the green circles are your G major chord notes. So G majors are always made of GBD. And then in the white boxes, we've got the G major scale notes. And then in the italics, we have the flat 3 and flat 7 notes. So watch especially close for those. That's going to be where a lot of neat sounds come from. Okay, so let's get started with these licks. We'll play through the first one here. And it goes like this. Okay, so it's open to open on the D string, and then 2, 3. So on the toolbox, it's open to open, 2, 3. So what this tells me is that over a G major chord, that E note is a safe note, and it's got some cool sounds to it. So I'm playing this G major chord right here, but I can add. So instead of just learning this one lick, learn that adding an E over a G chord is safe. And then what I can do is I can find D, E, D, B, G all over the place here, and I can take this one lick we learned, and now I can start playing it in all sorts of different places and find lots and lots of places to play it, and then you're turning this one lick into a lot of licks. And so we did D, E, D, B, G. And if you want to take it to the really next level, learn that each of these notes has a number. This is the 1 note, 2, so do, re, mi, fa, so. And I did D, E, D, B, G. And that's a 5, 6, 5, 3, 1. And if I can do that, then I can figure out 5, 6, 5, 3, 1 over a ton of different chords. And then you're really getting a lot out of each lick you learn. Okay, but if that's too much, ignore it and just play what's over here. But notice that we expected those notes to sound cool because they were all part of the G major scale. Like those are all notes in white boxes, and lots of them were G major chord notes. Okay, the next one is your basic G run, your basic bluegrass G run. 3, open, 1, 2, open, 2, open. 3, open, 1, 2. So here's my flat 3. That B flat is your flat 3. 3, open, 1, 2, open, 2, open. And then we're going to hit this G note on the 3rd string, or the G string open. And it looks like this. Play it real slow first. So there's my slide. And that's a hammer on and a pull off. And now what else you can do is if I can see these notes are safe over a G chord, then I can start messing around with the order of those notes. So someone can show you one cool lick, but then start changing the order around and see what else you can do with those same notes. So I'm just going to mess around with those same notes here. So you can just, like, you're building all sorts of connections when you start trying to mess around with those shapes and realize, okay, these notes are all safe in that, over that chord. And that whole time I was playing, I didn't think about one note. Like, all I did was use these shapes, like here, these chord shapes and the scale shapes that I built in my head over the years into muscle memory, and then just goofed around with those shapes. So keep that in mind. I promise that's really helpful. It's really been hugely helpful for me. Okay, the next lick, lick 3, is open, open, 1, 2, 3. And this one has that flat 7. So here's open, open, 1, 2, 3. And that sounds like this. Okay, so once I start kind of understanding that, okay, so I'm just walking up to the root note, to the G here, then when I start thinking about, well, what can I do that over a C chord? Well, sure you can. So I'm just taking this note and then going da 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 da, and then over the G, ba 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 bum bum, and that, I really like that sound. That's a cool sound. There's lots of neat licks. I love to have that in there. Okay, so then lick 4 is 3 4 3 4 3 4. So that looks like this. We'll go slide 3 to 4, and then 3 4 3 4. So we're hanging out over G major chord notes again with the flat 3, B flat B, D B, D B, and then 3 2, and then it goes to the open G. Okay, so let's look at that one slowly. And then I just did the same thing right here. That flat 3 to 3, D, B, D, B, and then A, or B flat, A, back to G. So find those things all over the place. That's one of the most helpful things I could ever tell you, and I wish someone had told me that a really long time ago. Okay, this lick 5, 2 open, 4 open, open, open. So on the toolbox, it's E, D, F sharp, D, G, G, and let's do just that part. Okay, and then the second part of that lick is open, 2, open, open. So the G, E, D, G, and then flat 3 to 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's play that second part here. Now let's try the whole thing. Okay, then the last lick is 3, 3, 1, open, 3, open, and then a whole bunch of other notes. So I'm just going to play it real slow here, but keep an eye on it here too. Like, learn to see it in both ways, and you'll be glad you did. So this is. All right, so to get the most out of those licks too, go to the Toolbox website and then go to Jam Tracks and go to 200 free jam tracks, and then click on some G major jam tracks, And this is all the chord progressions. This is me playing through all the chord progressions that are in the toolbox right here. It's all of these chord progressions. Okay, but this first one is just me playing G major chord, and then we're going to try to do these licks over the chord. We'll get this playing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here to play each track individually in case I don't get done with the tracks in time. So we're going to start this G chord going, and then lick 1, and this will help give those licks some context. Here's lick 2, lick 3, lick 4, lick 4, lick 5, and then lick 6. Lick 6 more time. And then let's go ahead and pause that. And if you want to get your own toolbox, I'll put a link up here so you can see where to get that. And if you want to get that free, make sure you download this free book because it's got licks in the keys of G, A, B, C, D, E, and even F. So if you have an essential toolbox, you get you'll be able to see all these licks in all those keys and practice those same kind of licks in all these different positions, and then cool stuff starts to happen. So I hope you found something useful today, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots more instruments. Thanks for taking a look.